How's it going, everyone? It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Footy Show YouTube channel. Hope you're doing well today. So then guys, as it's getting towards the end of this season, just thought I'd jump on and do a video just for what I think the best 5 goals of this season have been, because we've scored some cracking goals this season in our first season back in the Premier League. So just before I get into it, guys, smash that like button as always. Comment your opinion on what your favourite goals of this season have been as well. And subscribe if you're brand new. And let's get into it, guys. So then, guys, in at number 5 is Jack Harrison's goal against Liverpool on the opening day. The reason why I've picked this is simply for the fact, first goal back in the Premier League after so long. And what a goal it was. The assist from Phillips, the ball in was amazing. The touch, the fact that he took Trent Alexander-Arnold to cleaners, he sent Joe Gomez to cleaners as well. And then Van Dijk couldn't even get the block in as well. And the finish was sublime. Really good finish. And it just showed that we're not here to mess about and that we're back in the Premier League and we are capable of scoring these sorts of goals. And, it was against Liverpool, the reigning champions, in their own stadium. Just an amazing start to this season. And there was only better goals to come. Then, guys, next up in at number 4, it's Rafinha's goal against West Brom away. Again, the reason why I've picked this is just the manner of that victory that night. We beat them 5-0. First real convincing victory for me of the season. Some people may disagree, but it's probably the only game this season where I've not been on the edge of my seat. It was just a relaxing watch, if I'm honest. We just completely outplayed them, and nearly every goal in that game was amazing, if I'm honest, including the own goal to start it off. But I picked this one because I liked the link-up play down the right-hand side with Shax, Dallas and Rafa, of course. And the finish was amazing. And that was the first game where I kind of started to realise how special Rafinha could be for us, and how right I was, and how right probably a lot of Leeds fans was after that night. He played amazingly, and that goal just topped off an amazing victory away from home in the Premier League. In at number 3, guys, it's Patrick Bamford's hat-trick goal against Aston Villa away. We beat them 3-0 that night, and Bamford, as I've just said, scored all 3 goals to get his first hat-trick in the Premier League. Was buzzing for him that night. I think he truly deserved it. The season that he's had since then and before then, just unbelievable. He's proved me wrong. He's proved a lot of Leeds fans and a lot of football fans in general wrong as well. Don't think anybody thought he had the capability to do this well in the Premier League, but he's more than proved people wrong. That hat-trick goal, his second goal in that game as well, was amazing. But I picked this one just because of the fact that, he's crowded by about 3 or 4 Villa players in their own box, and he manages to just get out of his feet and slot it top bins. Like, unbelievable goal, unbelievable away win for Leeds in that one, as well as the West Brom one that I just mentioned previously. And it shut Agbonlahor up as well. He'd slagged us off that week, saying that we weren't good enough. Leeds fans were getting ahead of themselves, but we beat them convincingly in their own backyard, and Bamford got a hat-trick, so they just topped off an amazing win. And I was buzzing for Paddy for the season that he was having at that point, and the season that he's gone on to have since then as well. In second place then, guys, it's another appearance in the top 5 for Mr. Jack Harrison. I've put his goal against Newcastle at home in there when we beat them 5-2. Simply an outrageous finish, pure filth. Embarrassing the goalkeeper, embarrassing the defence, and just a sublime finish. The manner in which we beat them was really good as well. We beat them 5-2 that night. Had to come back from behind a few times in that game as well. Showed true character to come back and beat them in the way that we did. Was amazing. As for Harrison, on a personal level, I think he has had his critics in his time at Leeds, but I think he's improved so much under Bielsa, and he's had a really good first season in the Premier League as well. Yeah, he's had his off games and he's had his moments where he hasn't been great, but I think if we were to summarise his season overall, I'd say he's been very good this season. And for me, he should be a starter and maintain his place in our team going forward into next season as well. but he's scored some really good goals and he's assisted quite a few this season as well. So overall, a good season for Jack. Then guys, finally in at number 1, my favourite goal from this season has to be Stuart Dallas's winning goal at the Etihad against Man City. I don't think that will come as a surprise to many Leeds fans, if I'm honest. And yes, the other goals in this video might be better finishes, but the reason why I've picked this one is just for the overall performance. You know, City made a few changes in that game, but they still had enough on that pitch to beat us, and they should have beaten us on paper, really. And as well, we had a man sent off after going a goal up through Dallas. They equalised, and then you thought, I would have been happy with a point from then on, but there was always the possibility that City could score. You know, we had to defend for the majority of that game on the back foot, every man behind the ball, but we were patient. We bided his time, and yeah, I'm not saying that it was planned, but it just worked out for us. You know, the assist from Gianni was just outrageous as well. That pass does not get spoken about enough. Pirlo-esque, in my opinion, an amazing assist outside of the foot. Plays in Dallas, and the one time in the game where John Stones did have to defend, he couldn't cope with Dallas, and Dallas slots it in to give Leeds United the win. The finish was good as well, you know, under pressure from John Stones and Fernandinho and Ederson, who was running at him, and he had the composure to slot it home and give us the win. And I think it just showed as well that game how pragmatic we can be. It was a different approach. Obviously, it was needed after Cooper got sent off, but it showed a different side to our game. And I think since then, we've defended really well, especially since Llorente has come back into the team and maintained his place in the back four. We've been a much different outfit defensively, and that was just an amazing win, and it's a highlight of this season for me. So yeah, that has to be number 1. So then guys, that brings us to the end of this video. So thank you very much for watching. As I said at the beginning, please smash that like button and comment your opinions on what your favourite goals of this season have been and why. And most importantly, please subscribe if you haven't already. It would massively help me out, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.